out of the cloud of dust. Let it roll, man. So, man, Rebel Moon Part One, which I didn't
Part one.
was not aware of. I don't know how many parts is poised to do this. I would imagine it's probably three. Um,
Typical, yeah.
yeah. I could be wrong because I didn't do any heavy duty research on this. So
Professional.
for some of the people, some people be like, research guys.
I mean,
2023, PG 13, 2 hours, 31 minutes, action, adventure, drama. When a peaceful settlement at the edge of the distant moon finds itself threatened by the armies of the tyrannical ruling force, a mysterious stranger living amongst its villagers becomes their best hope for survival. That's my best when a world comes thing.
Yeah, you perfect.
So Zack Snyder's baby. This was
Yep, little baby.
yeah. What I do know about this is I believe that Zack Snyder wanted to do Star Wars movie. So this was this was his
I see it.
yeah, for sure, right? So who do we got in this thing, Tifflebot?
Sophia Boutella.
Yeah, I didn't know it was her until I knew it was her.
Oh, I knew it was her. I was just like, oh, my queen.
And they tried to make her look so hot, like out there plowing in fields.
I think she was hot.
I was like,
Jimon Hansu.
Yeah,
Which it's good to see him.
He did an article that he was like pissed. He's like, man, I've been in Hollywood all this time and I ain't never made no money. I hope the brother making some money, man.
I did too.
Yeah.
It looks like good. I think this would be good for him, having obviously one of the main characters of this story.
Yeah.
And Zack Snyder seems like he's a fair person.
I have no idea.
Well, he did put Ray Fisher in this movie.
Yeah.
After that bad stuff happened to him.
Yeah.
But then
Which character was Ray Fisher?
he was the
he the guy flying around?
He was the brother, Darian Bloodaxe.
The brother of who?
It says
I don't remember seeing his character. Was he the guy that was
Darian
flying around?
Warrior and Devra's brother recruited by Korra.
Okay.
So he's the warrior that's part of the brother sister. He's the rebel.
Oh, that was him? Oh, hell, he was unrecognizable. Go ahead. I'm sorry. He was unrecognizable, but I didn't recognize him.
He was not really recognizable.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what happened with Ray Fisher. I think some other stuff. But Ed's, I think it was maybe he did something wrong. I don't remember.
No, he didn't do anything wrong. He was...
No, I mean, did he get in trouble for assault?
Oh, no, I didn't hear anything about that. Maybe I know that stuff was going on with Josh Whedon and Warner Brothers.
Yes, that was a different thing. He didn't do anything wrong there.
Oh, I don't know if he got into a fight with anybody or anything like that.
Yeah, I just heard. So I don't know. But we'll talk about
Yes.
I was going to say something before spoilers. But anyway, Ed Screen. I'm not going to say this right. Michelle Huisman. Duna Bay.
Yeah.
Charlie Hunnam. Anthony Hopkins.
That's my boy. I like Charlie.
Is the voice.
Yeah.
Stas Nair, Frothy, Cleopatra Coleman. I'm starting to get into like the lower.
Yeah.
Carrie Ewells is the king, which also
Was
unrecognizable
he?
to me.
God damn, right.
When I saw that, because I looked it up because I thought it was someone else.
I saw that he was supposed to be in this, but then when I watched it, he was in it. Wow. Okay.
I was like, really?
All right. Got me.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this movie.
Carrie Ewells. It says king right there. You're right. Okay. Yeah. All right.
No shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
So, man. Oh, Jesus. I got to go all the way over here. Before we go any further, it is time for one. Did it off camera like an idiot. Anyway. So, Tiff.
One word.
Number one on Netflix right now, which is a big goddamn deal since they're making all money in the world right now, even more than the theaters. What's up? What's your one word?
Sorry. I just wanted to see. It must have been not Ray Fisher. I want to apologize because I don't want to like slander anyone.
Okay.
But
one word.
My one word is methodical.
Explain.
And not in a diabolical way, because it's methodical sounds like a diabolical word.
I'm very interested. Yeah.
But and this is not bad because I actually did enjoy the movie.
Okay.
But it's like it's got like all of the building blocks of a science fiction
epic.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like epic science fiction film. So it's like the bad guys look vaguely Nazi-esque.
It's
All of their ships are like the scary ships, and then all of our good ship people are more like rounded, friend. Like these are not bad things. These are just simply things that happen within science fiction. And there's a galactic war.
Yeah.
Evil overlords. There's a small resistance. I mean, you said it earlier about Star Wars. Like this is and there's something. Lots of movies are similar to Star Wars. But.
Okay, got you. My one word is ass.
You didn't like it?
Not at all. No. I thought this was such a homework assignment for me. I sat there and I agonized watching this movie. I didn't stop it and make it go for 4 hours.
You didn't have like a break?
No, I didn't take a break. I just watched it up and because we were gonna like do this last week, and I was like, let me do this, let me watch it, So I watched it, and I wanted to get it over with, but that I'm saying because I had other shit to do, because it was Christmas last week, right? But that had nothing to do with, because one, it looked gorgeous, they spent a lot of money on it, but it's just, man, it was almost like, Doom takes itself way too seriously, right? There's like zero humor in it, but you expect that from Doom, But this was like that. Like it took itself so serious. There was no humor in this at all. And it was just
you didn't laugh when the robot fell in the horse poop?
No, I didn't. It wasn't even supposed to be.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
Funny.
It was just like, it took itself so serious. And I was just like.
When that horse pooped,
yeah,
I saw it.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, why?
Because it was.
And then I realized it was a plot device.
I just figured things was, I
was just like, they wanted some realism in here. Let's get some ploppers out.
I mean, it was, you say methodical, and I'm just like, it was so.
Because it has all the building blocks of that genre.
It did it too hard. I mean, like, you had Ed Serkin come in, I don't know if his weight was a choice, but these actors be going up and down. He was so, like, skinnier than he was like when I saw him in Deadpool. He was like kind of buff in Deadpool, and he was just so greasy, and I was like, oh, he's gonna change and he's gonna kill one of them in there really quick, So anyway.
Oh yeah, well there's no way when you watch this movie, part of the methodical thing is that some very obvious things happen.
Yeah, so before we go further, let's hit the spoilers because I know we want to talk. We want to talk. So
you want to talk?
Yeah.
Spoilers. Spoilers up.
So go ahead.
Well, so we're on this planet. They're a producing planet. They make food.
Yes.
So already we know they're going to get fucked over because we're in a science fiction movie in which poor people are making food.
Yeah.
So we see this woman. We don't know about her, blah, whatever. Okay. So basically these people have some extra grain, and in the past they had sold it to the rebels, but then the bad guys come and they want grain.
Well, first of all, kill Gunner, right? Because Gunner was...
Oh my God, right away. That was my thoughts exactly. I was like, shoot him! Shoot him! I mean, like, in this movie...
He got the father killed like that, and his wife.
Oh my God. I was shocked by the violence of that initial kill.
Oh, he just beat the shit out of him in front of everybody. Right. Right.
Turned that man's face into hamburger. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then the wife comes and she gets killed too. But here's the thing. He's portrayed in this movie as being a very good guy.
He does.
But I'm like,
he does.
You did that really terrible thing.
Well, first of all, he's way worse than that because one, let's break him down. Yeah,
let's break him down. What's bad
his ass was selling to the rebels when he wasn't supposed to and didn't tell nobody about it, right?
Yeah.
They just found out during this thing.
And it wasn't, and obviously it wasn't because he was doing it out of the goodness of his heart.
Right. So that shit comes up and they like, motherfucker, what you mean you've been selling to the rebels, right? And so then they like, well, keep that shit quiet. Then they come on down and then he like, hey man, we got extra, and it's like boom, now he dead.
Tons. You know what? Just take all.
Right.
Just take it all.
Then they turn.
It's yours, and also just leave us here. And
then they turn right around and they say, "What? We're gonna take everything from you, and you're gonna get nothing." Of
course.
And it was just like, well,
can't you tell by the way this man is talking and walking that he is a bad man?
Okay, so Tiff, you're right.
Yeah.
Right. So here's what gets me. They stopped in this little village to say we're gonna eradicate you. Pretty much, you're gonna work and to your death. So I'm like, it must not be nothing on this planet. But then we later on in the movie we hop, skip, and it's a whole city. And I'm like, well, why ain't they over there with the city? You know, getting the shit they want. Why are they bothering this little tiny ass farm, right? You know.
Yeah, there's some weird, especially like to send what is presumably the top general. That's not top general
admiral.
work.
He was an admiral.
Admiral. You're not
shaking down the local farmers, right?
That's some peon shit.
Right. You know what I mean? Shaking down local farmers.
And then he comes. I want to talk about that stick because later in the movie she breaks it.
Yeah, it's like a thing.
And I was like, how would you,
especially when it just
kill someone with something to snap like that?
So let's talk about the possible gang rape, you know, because to me that was the best scene in the whole movie, you know, which was nuts to me because I'm like, okay, so the little pretty blonde girl, right? She's down there with these obvious monsters, right? And I'm like, why is she coming down there with her little blonde hair and her little walking all slow, knowing these monsters, right? Stay the hell away from them, right? Stay away from them, but she don't. Then she comes down again. She gives the little robot the little flowers, right?
That was really cute.
And then like she's over there.
She had to give them the water.
I don't know, Jeff. It was like because both times it was like, "Hey, you come here," and I'm like, "Why are you down there? You know what's gonna happen, right?"
Just get in the water.
Bullshit. So then here they go, right? And
are you blame? This sounds real bad.
I'm just,
don't say this.
Take your ass up there and hide your women and children. Men, you go give them the goddamn water. It was so stupid. So anyway, you know, you got the one boy, right? It's like he wasn't taking no shit from them older dudes, right? And so I kind of like that he was like, you know, he turned quick, right? They did the shootout. The lady came in, she beat ass. The little private, he was beating ass. But then you don't see him no more, right? You don't see the private no more.
Yeah, that was really weird. He might be one of those characters that comes back in the second movie, but they really focus on this character like you're going to see. I thought he was going to be on the quest. I thought he was going to be the robot handler.
Yeah, I thought he was going on
the quest. I thought the robot was going to go, which we'll talk about what happens at the end of the movie, but so...
There must be more to come because they had a couple badasses in the thing. I thought the kid was going to go on a quest with the dude and the lady and possibly the robot.
I thought there might have been like two. I thought they might separate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Don't even see him no more, Jeff.
No more. And so you're right. That scene, my hair in my mouth. That scene where they're harassing and abusing that girl, and Sophia Botella comes in.
Wreck shop. It was beautiful.
And just kicks ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her and the dude. And then, I mean, the shootout was dope and everything. Yeah, it was good.
So there are some things from this point that the movie... So, like, you're right. The kid disappears. No further information about him. Basically, and then these morons are like, hey, man who betrayed us.
You go.
Your punishment... is to go on this very important mission because you've already made contact with the rebels.
Yeah.
And like, which I guess is the movie trying to be like, oh, can you trust him? Can you not trust him? But the way he's played is so innocent in the movie that you just start to think, no way.
And cue the quest music because all of a sudden we're going, bum, 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 bum. I'm like,
we're going on.
Why? They're collecting people as they're going. It's straight up Lord of the Rings. It's a quest now. It's a Dungeons and Dragons quest. So we meet
and
Kai, right? And he's scummy from the beginning, right, Tiff? I mean, and
why would you trust a person who just out of nowhere is going to do you a favor?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't make at first, you know, they kept him in that loop for so long that I said, well, maybe it's just bad writing and, you know, he's going to, you know, redeem himself. But he didn't. He was a piece of shit. And then, like, we meet the guy. Now, I don't know what was the whole purpose of the hippogriff in this movie.
Oh my God. I also was just like, what the fuck? They did it. It was like the exact scene from Harry Potter.
He bowed and everything.
Yes. When he bowed, I almost had to turn away.
Yeah.
Because I was embarrassed.
I was like,
to be watching this movie.
Why is this hippogriff in here? And then why are we about this? And why? And put on a shirt. I'm so sick of this guy.
Put on a shirt. Put on a shirt.
Put on a damn shirt. He just flying around and they do this thing and it's woo and he come down and then the thing is supposed to be tamed and he killed the dude and I'm like, what was the point of this? Just to get this dude? So we got the dude and he don't seem all that hardcore to me, when they got him.
Yeah, so some of the people get kind of an extended fight.
Yeah.
Scene where we see that they have like skill, and then some people just sort of get picked up.
Well, they go get the nemesis, right? And she's like this ninja killer Ronin person.
Now,
and we got this.
Did you feel it was weird that they started playing that kind of?
They played like,
I guess I would call it Asian
style music. They play. No, I didn't know they did, but goddamn it!
I was like, I'm maybe not the person to speak on whether that seems weird, but it felt weird. It felt like, yes.
What the hell? Like, I didn't know
like, you didn't do this for everybody else.
You bastards, right?
It's weird. That's weird. Don't do that.
Well, the spider thing.
She was cool though.
The spider thing though.
The spider thing, too much.
Way too much.
It went on and on. That's what I'm saying. Some people get like a whole movie during their introduction, and some people like when they pick up the general.
Yeah.
No evidence of his skills. Yeah. Where's our scene of him in the Coliseum, which I thought we were going to get and I was excited about?
Well, you saw that. You knew he was a badass because of Deadpool.
That's it. So, you're watching. So, I mean, in some ways it's really fun. And I actually liked the movie. I mean, but sometimes I will admit that it's hard for me to tell when I really like a movie or when, I mean, in circumstances where I'm watching something for review like this, where I'm like, do I like this or
I just wanted to be old.
Am I just like, I thought I was like, I don't want to watch this. I had like the opposite kind of situation as you, where I was like, I don't really want to watch this. So when I was watching it, I was like, well, I'm surprised by how much I did like it. But there's a kind of fun element of them gathering their warriors.
Oh shit, it was so lame to me. And then they go,
but it does go a little bit long.
Yeah, they go get
because like I said, some people's long, short, long.
Let's talk about General Titus, right? Because they go get him, and he's like in the trash and stuff, and they got that woman washing him, but he's still like very dirty when she finishes, right?
So dirty.
I was like,
so dirty.
Why?
And then we see him cleaned up later. But again, that's what I'm saying. We didn't get to see him fighting.
Yeah,
that pissed me off.
Well, maybe I don't know. I don't know, Tim.
We'll see him fighting later. I just wanted to see his like kind of what you'd say origin story. We know his origin story. There's another part of this movie that I have a little bit that kind of you're feeling about is like she often narrates she tells about her past.
Yeah. Okay.
And the way she speaks, like just the sentences are like really flowery and kind of like, and I get that's a common thing that happens in voiceovers where like you speak more like a fan.
Oh, you know what?
If you're just
that happened, and it was really evident when they did the Zack Snyder stuff. Through her origin story, with the short hair and the I'm like, this dude ain't never gonna let this go with all this shit flying through the air. Like how are you breathing with all this black shit floating through the air?
Yeah, it's very very strange.
You're like, oh shit, we Zack Snyder in it, Well,
it was also weird because like. This is going to be hard for me to explain because it's a strange situation within the realm of her. She was adopted after this man by the man who killed her family.
Yeah, so we take
there's no
Thanos story.
Yeah, and there's no explanation in there.
And the Chronicles of Riddick.
Right.
Just like
I think that those two did the relationships better because there was some evidence for why you might care for this person.
Sure.
Who's a bad thing. But this, there's no evidence for why she decided that was something she wanted to do.
I'm going to tell you what's more confusing, Tiff. So
the lover thing, is that what you're going to talk about when she was like, I had a lover?
Well, that just came out of nowhere, right? But what also was a trip was like these flashbacks they were showing, and even when she was in the Senate, they were showing this young guy that was supposed to be her daddy, and then at the end, he was like super old. He was like somebody else, and I was like, well, what the hell is that, right? I was like,
it's that part is very messy because so then when she's on the planet later at the beginning of the movie, she's saying like she's like, I can't love because my ability to love was taken
because
from
they're supposed to
me
be linked for life and stuff, right?
by the killing of my family.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, but there was no point during that war in which she was like, oh, I should have a change of heart. The only thing that made her feel that way is the death of the princess.
Yeah, right.
Which is still like a military dedication to that institute that killed her family. So I'm not sure exactly why she's so, you know what I mean?
So they betrayed Tifflebot. So
they're betrayed.
So Kai, he like has them all like with the. He has the cool part was he had them walk out the ship with their own traps, right? They put it down in the traps. I was like, I was like, well, that was shitty, dude. And then like he's a, I really like Charlie Hunnam, and it was over for him. I'm like, oh, that's it. And then like the ship happens, and then the Ray Fisher character goes down, and so he's gone, right? So I guess the sister is gonna be more important than him.
I would assume,
in the next one. And so, most of their crew, half of their crew is gone, right? And
all of the rebels.
Yeah. Well, they got the general.
Are dead.
They got the general.
Besides,
and who else was left? The general.
No. I mean, like, there was like the general.
Mm-hmm.
The cyborg woman. Her arms are like cyborg arms. The knife lady.
Yeah.
She's still there. The protege.
Yeah.
Of.
Yeah.
Ray Fisher's character.
Yeah. What? Right. I was like, oh, so she's who we're focusing on now.
and the Griffin guy. So they all survived. What I'm saying is the guy who brought the army, all of the small regiment all the regiments.
So let's talk about this fight, Tiff. So they go down on this little buoy, right? The space buoy.
I'm confused
and beat
about
the shit out of each other for like 20 minutes straight, right?
Yeah.
He gets knocked off. Boom. He's dead. He dead. It's over. So it's obviously there's another bad guy. But no, they swoop down and he's still like, I'm like,
of course they did.
Like, how is this motherfucker still alive? I can't believe he's still alive.
Okay. As that man rolled off the platform.
Yeah.
I said, that motherfucker's coming back.
Because you didn't
because you didn't see the body.
Right. What did you do?
Like you can't if you can't confirm she did, but you can't confirm. If you haven't confirmed, you need to decapitate him, burn his body.
What if it turns out he's a robotic being or some kind of shit, right?
Or some kind of enhanced being, because he was dead and they were worried they couldn't bring him back.
They brought him back, Tiff.
But they did.
They brought him back and he was mad.
They made him better.
Right.
He's better, he's stronger.
So all her little tricks in that fight won't work the next time they come across each other. And I was like,
okay, so
what is this? Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I was like, come on. I was thinking, okay, next movie, different bad guy, bigger bad guy. Yeah. No, same bad guy. I don't know how this would work because it's fake.
Yeah.
But when the ship falls through that platform, I would have assumed the whole thing would have just exploded.
Well,
how did it stay floating in space? How did it keep its integrity?
Because they weren't connected. They were connected by gangplanks. It was like a couple of planks.
Okay, so it was just a part.
So it was like a pier.
And that wouldn't knock it down.
It was like a ship.
Nothing else would happen. Very contained incident.
It was like a ship that hit. That part I didn't have a problem with. It was like a ship that ran into part of the pier. Just because it's not actually, piers are standalone. You know what I'm saying? So I got that. I was like, okay. So they take the ship. They got them this dumbass ship that looks like what does it look like? A air traffic controller tower, right? And here they go. And I'm like, well, they didn't start all kind of shit, and I don't even care.
And they come back, and I want to talk about the very ending scene that we see.
Okay.
Where the robot is now wearing like a crown made out of antlers.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
And I can't tell if that means that he's now ruling the village.
Oh, as the father?
Yeah.
I figured the one guy, I don't think we said his name.
You think the kid who...
The guy with the beard. He's a famous actor. He's not even in this lineup right here when we were like introducing people. The guy they wanted her to hook up with. What's his...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was in 47, Rupert something is his name. You know who?
Grint.
Who?
Nope.
You're gonna make me look at
that. That's from Harry Potter, Rupert Grint, right? But that's not who it is. I don't know who this person is.
Rupert. God damn it. Well, anyway, you know the guy they were trying to. They said that
yeah, I know who you're talking about in the movie.
Yeah, he's semi-famous, you know. And he
I
he
don't
played
know if
Agent 47. His name is Rupert something. And
okay, yep.
Yeah, and I thought he was going to be the new father, you know, but who knows?
I mean, obviously, we have no idea because it's the next movie, but I was actually kind of intrigued by that scene. I thought that was kind of a nice closing scene.
It made no sense to me. Rupert Friend is his name. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I thought automatically he would because he was supposed to be like the best farmer or hunter or some shit like that. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
And he didn't have much to work with, but I figured it was part one. So what's going to happen in part two?
Come back. Sure.
You know, so I don't know, Tiff. No, ain't no, I don't know. I was like, nobody, please somebody tell a joke. You know, somebody make light of this, you know, something. Everything was so serious. And then with the Zack Snyder black shit floating in the space and everybody in slow motion scenes.
Lots of
and what the hell was the hippogriff all about? You know, is it gonna bring the hippogriff back?
That
you know?
was strange. That was weird. I did feel weird during
that. And put on a shirt. Shit.
Put a damn shirt
I'm
on.
Looking at his ass.
We got a whole trunk of shirts over here. You put this shirt
face,
on.
Brother. You don't see nobody walking around in face without some clothes on, right? And it's like
a lot of people were shirtless in this film.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Didn't like it, Tiff. You can keep it. You know, didn't like it. Jesus. I do not recommend. Right. I do not recommend.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think like if you're like a Star Wars fan, you probably don't really want to watch it. But if
the
you're
damn
like
lightsaber knockoffs, Tiff.
Yeah, if you're like a normal, if you're like, obviously, if you're at home and you're on Netflix and you see the top 10, you've watched it.
I mean,
so I don't know what to say.
It wasn't a waste of my time. I won't say that.
Right, I get that.
But
yeah.
It just was like
it's just not something that you were like, yay, I watched.
It wasn't good. I didn't think it was good. I was like, this is not good. This is ass. I don't like it. You know,
ass. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's it, man. So Tiff says, okay, you know, it's number one. Got nothing to do. Y'all doing this time. Check it out.
I mean, like I would say, like, yeah, if you're really looking for something.
Yeah, it's number one, Tiff. It's beating ass, so they're gonna give him some more money.
Well, it's just, you know,
do more. People love it.
Netflix will run this into the ground, even if it wasn't, you know, if it was good, if it was like the best thing ever, they would ruin it.
Yeah. And they're destroying all the other streaming platforms for some strange reason, and just well. Anyway, man, so that's gonna do it, Tiff. We came to do the damn thing. We got it done. If you want to watch a better movie than this, I mean, way, way, way better than sci-fi, we should actually do it on the show. You should do The Creator. It was effing good with Denzel Washington's son. Really, really good. Really good.
Listen, I'll watch sci-fi.
I actually watched that after I watched this, and I felt so much better as a human.
Like, you relieved yourself. You you cleansed your soul.
I was like, that was good. So we came to do the damn thing. We got it done, Tiff. I'm the host of Fans Patrol. My name is Montego. With me is my groovy co-host, Miss Tipplebot. Say goodbye to all these lovely, lovely people, Tiff.
It's been a pleasure as always.
All right, until next week, we will be on Patrol.